Hey guys, now that you're finished lessons 1 and 2 in Mission 2, we're going to move on to lessons 3 through 9. And in these lessons, you are going to be multiplying multi-digit whole numbers by using an area model. So our vocabulary for these lessons are going to be product. That's the number that results in multiplying any two or more numbers. So 4 times 2/10, those are our factors, is equal to 8/10. 8/10 is our product. It is the answer to our multiplication problem. The other vocabulary word you need to know is standard algorithm. There's that big word. It's kind of scary. Standard algorithm. We're not going to let that big scary math word get us down though. All that means is the step-by-step procedure to solve a particular type of problem. Getting tongue-tied there. It's the step-by-step procedure. So there's a standard algorithm, guys. Something as simple as this. This is just the big fancy word for don't draw it, actually figure it out the normal way. Some things that you should expect to see is being able to change an expression from a word form to one written in number form, and then vice versa. So you may see something like the sum of 3 16s and 2 9s. And so you need to be able to turn that into 3 groups of 16 plus 2 groups of 9. So this is a sum, an addition problem. We have 3 16s and 2 9s. Something else you are going to see in these lessons is multi-digit multiplication problems using mental math. So no algorithm, no drawing a picture, completely in your head. So you may be given a problem like 19 times 15. And so for something like this, you may think this is 19 15s. So 19 groups of 15. So we could think of that as 20 groups of 15 minus one group of 15, because 20 minus 1 is 19. And so when we do that, we say 20 times 15 minus 1 times 15. And 20 times 15 is 300 minus 15 is 285. You're also going to be asked to estimate to solve problems, including word problems that involve multi-digit whole number multiplication. All right, so let's get into talking about what is an area model. So an area model is when you take a multiplication problem like this. Those are some mighty big numbers. 2,431 times 106. And we're going to break those numbers down into their expanded form, and we're going to multiply each piece individually. So the first thing we're going to do is take 106, and 106 is 100 plus 6. Then we're going to break apart 2,431. So first we're going to say 2 in the thousands place has a value of 2,000, plus 4 in the hundreds place has a value of 400. 3 in the tens place has a value of 30, and 1 in the ones place has a value of 1. Now we're going to multiply each of those numbers together. So we're going to say 6 times 2,000. 6 times 2 is 12 with 1, 2, 3 zeros. So 2,000 times 6 is 12,000. Then we're going to say 2,000 times 100. Well, 2 times 1, there's our basic math fact, is 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros, 200,000. Then we're going to move on to another box. 400 times the 6. 4 times 6 is 24 with 2 zeros. And 400 times 100. 4 times 1 is 4 with 4 zeros. Next is 30 times 6. That's going to go here. 6 times 3 is 18 and just 1 0. 30 times 100. 3 times 1 is 3 and 1, 2, 3 zeros. And now we're going to go to our ones. 1 times 6 is 6, and then one group of 100 is 100. All right, now that we've done that, we're going to put these numbers back together. We're going to look at just this top row right here. We have a 1 in the 10,000s place. Well, if I look at all these numbers, there's no other 10,000s place. So I'm going to keep that 1. I have a 2 in the thousands place, a 2 in the thousands place. So 2 plus 2 is 4 in the thousands place. 0 in the hundreds, 4 in the hundreds, 1 in the hundreds. So 0 plus 4 is 4, plus 1 more is 5. Now we're going to go to the tens place. 0 plus 0 plus 8. And the ones place. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 6. 14,586. We're going to do the same thing on the bottom row. 2 in the hundred thousands. So it's going to stay a 2. 0 in the 10,000s. 4 in the 10,000s. So we're going to keep that 4. 0 in the thousands. 0 in the thousands. We're going to keep that a 0. Sorry, guys. We forgot 1 0 here. You may have caught it, hopefully. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I missed 1. So this is not a 0 here. It's a 3. And then 100 for 243,100. Now we are going to use our standard algorithm, or you could use mental math, to add these two numbers together. 0 plus 6 is 6. 0 plus 8 is 8. 1 plus 5 is 6. 3 plus 4 is 7. 4 plus 1 is 5. 2 plus 0 is 0. And now we have a product. 2,431 times 106 is 257,686. All right, now let's do that same problem using the standard algorithm. First of all, when you are multiplying multi-digit numbers, we set it up like this. Our ones place is lined up, tens place, hundreds place, thousands place. We are only going to work with the ones place, so I'm going to cover up this part, and I'm going to look at just at this 6. I'm going to say 6 times 1 is 6 ones. 6 groups of 3 is going to be 18. So I'm going to regroup. 6 times 4 is 24, plus 1 more is 25. And I regroup. And 6 times 2 is 12, plus 2 more is 14. So now I'm done with my ones place. I'm going to move on to my tens place. But I have a 0 in my tens place. So I'm no longer in my ones place, so I'm going to keep a place there. I'm moving on to my tens, but I have a 0 there. And so if I start multiplying, I'm just going to get a bunch of zeros. So I'm just going to put another place. And I'm going to move over to my hundreds place now. So now my answer to my hundreds has to start in the hundreds place. So let's multiply by that 1. 100 times 1. 100 groups of 1 is 1 in the hundreds. 100 times 30 is 3 in the thousands. 1 times 4 is 4, and 1 times 2 is 2. and then we're going to add this together. 6 plus 0 is 6, 8 plus 0 is 8, 5 plus 1 is 6, 4 plus 3 is 7, 1 plus 4 is 5, and 2 plus 0 is 0. And if I bring this back, I can see I got the same number. So doing either the standard algorithm or the area model. All right, parents, some things that you can do at home when you're driving in the car, sitting down to dinner, right before bedtime, is to quiz your child on the difference between a sum and a product. Simple math, not hard problems. You could ask them, think of the product of 2 and 3. Well, a product is the multiplication. So 2 times 3 is going to be 6. But then you could also say, what is the sum of 2 and 3? Well, that's 2 plus 3, which is 5. You could say, now think of the product of 3 and 4. Product is multiplication, so that's 3 times 4. They should call out 12. You could also say, what is the sum of 3 and 4? That's 3 plus 4, and they should call out the answer is 7. Another idea to work with at home is coming up with some easy multiplication problems like 300, some number that just has a hundreds place, plus 120. So still having a 0 in the ones place. You can tell your child you're going to work together. You're going to find partial products. So your child, we're going to find out the product of 300 times 120. Let the student find out 300 times 100. You find out 300 times 20. See, 100, 100, 20, 20. We broke apart this number. So we're going to find pieces of the product and then put it together. So your student should realize that 3 times 1 is 3 with 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. And then you can figure out that 3 times 2 is 6 with 1, 2, 3 zeros, 1, 2, 3. And then together you can add these two numbers and get 36,000 as the product of our original problem. All right, so most of you know that we are starting live sessions, regular live sessions. Your Monday is going to be Math Live Session Day. If you do not know your time, look on your to-do list. Your to-do list every Monday will have your live session time and a link to the live session room. So you will no longer log in as a guest. It will log you in as your name in Buzz and Genius so that you are recorded as being in live session. I will be given participation points for coming to live session and participating. So make sure you're there. Also, check your math landing page. Some of you have already reached out and have one-on-ones live sessions. I appreciate that. I can do that for anyone, anytime. Check those times. Most days, they have a lot of times open. You can call, you can message, and we can go into live session room so that I can help you. All right, now it's your turn to do lessons 3 through 9. And again, if you need any help, let me know.